What's up, sneak peekers? My name is Ryan Schwinn. We are here at the red carpet for Apollo 10.5, A Space Age Childhood. We're going to be talking to the cast and crew, including Richard Linklater, Glen Powell, and many others. So let's see what they had to say about the film. So obviously this is not your first animated film.
No.
How is this different than Walking Life?
Very different, very different. We had to kind of animate this one. We had to create everything. We used the techniques from previous films kind of in the character design area, but as far as the world, we're creating the moon, we're creating Astroworld, a world that doesn't exist, and a fantasy world too. So it's kind of a mashup of techniques. I'm really happy with the look. It's kind of like a scrapbook of, you don't see a lot of films or period films. So it's a kind of a period piece of an animation film, so that's kind of fun.
And then as a director, how do you prepare for directing an animated film, especially with rotoscoping like this?
Oh man, it's all design and communication. And then, working with actors, it's the same as any other movie, but overall it's a team of hundreds of people putting in tens of thousands of hours. So it's our own little moonshot,
Perfect. Well, do you have any advice for students like us hoping to become filmmakers one day?
Make films, man. Start doing it. See if you really love it. If you really want to dedicate your life to it. Because you can't anything less. So many people want to do it that it's kind of like being a pro athlete. You have to have not only the skills, but then some insane work ethic too. No one's going to do much for you. You got to be really, So I don't know. It's a good time though. It's a good time to be starting out. A lot of things your friend out there. So yeah.
So as an Austinite, what is so exciting about premiering Apollo 10.5 here at South by Southwest?
Look, South by Southwest is the greatest film festival in the whole world. As you guys know, this city really celebrates arts. It celebrates, celebrates filmmakers, it celebrates musicians.
Dive into a cultural moment and see it from a
festival in particular,
like what I missed as a kid.
Doesn't apologize for that. And I also love the fact that a lot of Austin students,
do a lot of research. In fact, there was actually much bigger
you guys here, we get to do that together, and you guys get to see up and coming filmmakers, and you guys get to be along with that journey and see this. And hopefully you guys get to be filmmakers here one day and premiere movies. That's what I find to be the coolest thing. It's the greatest university in the world. We're here in the greatest city in the world. We're getting to premiere movies, and especially on the other side of the pandemic, I think you have a real appreciation.
On that same thread, what advice would you give to students like us who want to become someone in film industry?
I think. Look, I was exactly where you guys are right now. As a film student, again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You just got to believe in your talent. You got to believe in yourself, and just keep sticking with it. If this is the only thing you've ever wanted to do in the world, this is the only thing I've ever wanted to do in the world, you're going to have a lot of highs and lows, but stick with it. It's worth it.
I really enjoy it.
And then just one question about the acting as well. What was it like preparing for the rotoscoping process?
My performance doesn't really change from a cartoon or a real person. That's post-production. So I just kind of do what I get to do on green screen at Austin Film Studios, and then all of a sudden I'm here and you're premiering the movie.
Well, I am an actor in the film. I play the mom. I went to set every day. I memorized my lines and I said them out loud in a way that Rick liked or didn't like until I had to say it again and again and again until he did like it. Real pro.
Yeah,
real freaking pro.
Like very pro.
Yeah, I'm way professional.
We wanted to know a little bit about what the rotoscoping process was like.
Sure.
In preparation for you and your role.
How did I prepare for rotoscope? Well, I put on my costume and I would go out to this giant green studio stage, and it was very interesting because you don't have really any concept of the time period from what's surrounding you, except everything that was visceral. So my costume was period, the counter was period, the props were period, and I was like, oh my god, am I in my Aunt Sandy's house all of a sudden? Because it was the same glasses and the same hairdo, so it was very like a nice kind of flexing back and forth. Not like you're on acid, I've never been on acid, so it just felt a little like, is this real? Are the walls dripping? What's happening? Great foreigners everywhere. And so it was, I don't know, it was a very trippy experience.
I'm sure.
That was a very long answer for a very short question.
No, that's okay. We love to hear that.
Okay, great.
Do you have any advice for students like us trying to get into the industry?
Just start doing it right now. Just do it and do it and do it and do it again until you get even better at it and you realize how much fun it is. And then start getting paid for it. And then start thinking, how much fun is this? And do I need to keep doing it? Because everybody that I work with now, they are making book reports about Macbeth as a film project. They would find every opportunity to do something that they didn't find fun to make it fun by making it a movie. And I think that's just do it. Not like a Nike thing, but like a for real in life thing. Don't give Nike any credit.
Perfect. Well, one last question.
Sure.
Obviously, the film takes place here in Texas. So what is it like premiering it at Texas' biggest film festival, South by Southwest?
It's amazing. And also, like, I've been here since '96. All right, I went to say that. Sorry, we'll talk first. You're Linklater. I mean, I'm in a Linklater movie.
Whoa.
That's so nuts to me because this dude is like a legend. And
they're actually doing
I remember when Slacker came out.
They're going to air the film
came out. I was like, oh, this guy is really awesome. This is
a
amazing.
variety of childhood, growing up.
You know what I mean? I am
Childhood stories
in my because it's just like I would have never thought that I would be in a Linklater movie.
Even though
Dude is like
such a different story.
Isn't that nuts?
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so that's exciting to me. And also I'm in Texas, and also the movie was made in Texas.
Perfect.
And Linklater was Texas. So it's great.
Well, I was telling people too, you can see it on TV and it'll be a beautiful thing, but with the rotoscoping, you got to get it on the 40 by 20. You got to get it up on the big board, you know? It's really just wonderful and very family friendly, and it's got... It's set in 1969, but realize with a family dynamic and maybe the dad who's got a little bit more of an inner IBM kind of thing going on, it's just very simple, very real. Not necessarily banal, but it has like a real sort of beautifully, ideally pedestrian quality to it. You dig?
Yeah,
and you'll love it. And also, the soundtrack is bananas. Rick just goes crazy with the soundtrack. And also, I was answering the question earlier. 1969, radio was king, man. You know, you got it in your car, you got it in the back of the house, you got it everywhere. And all you had was television with your Walter Cronkite, your Eric Severoy, and then you had music, you know? And that was everything to a teenager, to a kiddo, to a family. It was their connection. So you get a little bit of that, realizing that the reality and the import of the situation, it isn't just about watching TV and doing stuff. It's like watching TV and thinking stuff, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the rotoscoping process? Like, how did that work for you in your preparation?
Well, we did everything on a green screen, you know? And as far as my preparation, I'm just an actor, so it had nothing to do with me. And then what had happened was when we did principal photography and finished everything, 5 days later, the entire world shut down. You know what I mean? It was like, we lucked out. Rick's very competitive, and I know he was just like, he started rattling off all these other productions that didn't make it. Like, they were halfway through. These guys were only 2 weeks in. You know, he gets to be like very competitive in a good way, that kind of thing. But we did luck out in that regard, realizing that like we just snuck it in under the gun, you know?
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
Perfect. Do you have any advice for any students like us hoping to get into the industry?
Well, you got to be a production assistant, and you know, as I tell, when you're on a set, just be nice and be supportive. The language I want to use, I probably can't tell you, but I tell my young actors, don't be a dick. But whatever you do, and go through life not being a dick. That's all, and you will learn, and you will make yourself available to opportunities, and it'll be a beautiful thing. You know?
Hook 'em horns.
Thank you so much.
Horns. Baseball season. Let's go, baby.